cancels. A lot of characters can do it, but Tina benefits the most for like on stage when it puts opponents into tech situations, so you can get those very good themers. So back with another character guide, and as you can see, is everybody's famous and favorite, and probably most hated, martial artist. So Tina is very, very good. In my opinion, she's probably the second, if not the best character in the game. Especially with colorful stickers, it just kind of pushes her over the top. It's been pretty hard for me to do this guide because this guide is for beginners. So I want to keep the beginner stuff in it and not like do advanced things, because beginner and base Tina is really, really hard to win. It requires like a lot of neutral exchanges versus the advanced stuff, which kind of like lets her win matches by winning neutral twice. But let's get into the explanation in the guide, and hopefully this guide helps. So let's start off with Tina's grounded A moves. Tina's grounded A moves are actually pretty good. They're pretty fast, they come out pretty fast, and they lead to some pretty decent combos in situations. So let's just hop right into it. Tina's grounded jab is a 3-hit jab. As you can see, 3 hits, knocks away. Doesn't really set up for combos, doesn't really set up for follow-ups. It's just really fast, like a really fast out of shield option, so you can like block and jab. And it's basically good to get opponents off of you when they are pressuring you. That'll basically do it for her jab. Her jab doesn't kill or anything like that. It's just basically a quick damage builder. As you can see, it does 11%. And it knocks opponents away and gets them off of you. That'll basically do it for jab. So let's talk about Tina's up tilt. So Tina is categorized as an assaulter, which means Tina has 2 moves that allows her to auto cancel the in lag or the hit lag of those moves and go into other moves. One of those moves is up tilt. So as you can see, up tilt has some fairly, I won't say super long, but it has some pretty good in lag. As you can see, up tilt, and I was mashing jump, it took me a while to jump. Now, if you hit opponents with up tilt, you'll see that blue flash, and it has to be the second hit of up tilt, so because up tilt is a 2-hitting move. It's the initial kick up and then the kick down. When you hit opponents with that second hit, you can hold jump and cancel the in lag from up tilt with a jump, as you can see right there. Very good for Tina to have because it lets you do things like up tilt into forward air. It even lets you do things like up tilt into neutral air and things like that. So it's basically one of Tina's big combo moves. It's not one of her main combo moves. If you can hit opponents, it's really good. This move is also, like I say, it has some very good, like fairly good in lag. Your opponents have to be ready to punish this move if they want to punish you for throwing it out. If they're not ready to punish it, you can just kind of like up tilt, dash away, and then come back and up tilt if they're not ready. And like I say, having this up tilt that you can auto cancel out of just leads to some really good combos. Percents might be too high for me to get them, but it is a very, very good combo tool. A lot of Tinas will like do like falling up air into up tilt. I keep getting second hit up air, falling up air, up tilt like that, and they'll like just combo from there. Up tilt's very, very good. Another thing a lot of people like to do is they like to wave dash. So if you wave dash, you can do like up tilt, wave dash down into another up tilt and basically carry your opponent across stage with up tilts. Very good for Tina to be able to do. Very good thing for you to learn to master if you want to play Tina. I'm not good at it myself, but you've probably seen like the clips. I know I've seen Lily Bun do it a lot. I've seen Lily Bun like 0 to death people off of one up tilt. I know they changed some things about her up tilt, so I'm not sure if it's still possible. But being able to like do that, do up tilt and wave dash down to cancel it is very good. Very, very good. Kind of sets up for some situations like up tilt. I didn't get my wave dash, but up tilt, wave dash down into grab at lower percentages. You can even do like up tilt, wave dash down into down tilt. Very, very good for her to like have something like that, as you can see right there. So that'll do it for up tilt. Let me reset the bot. So we talked about jab and up tilt. Let's talk about down tilt. So Tina's down tilt, she slides into the DMs. As you can see, it's pretty far. A pretty active hitbox, goes from a very long distance. that hitbox stays active for a really long time, so it's very good to whiff punish opponents. Has fairly little in lag, not a lot. It does have in lag, but like I say, it's not a lot of in lag. Your opponent has to know this down tilt is coming if they want to punish it. And as you can see, if I down tilt and mash jump, it takes me a while to jump after the down tilt. Down tilt is also Tina's second auto cancel move. As you can see, when you hit the down tilt, you see that blue flash. So if you down tilt and hold jump, Tina will cancel the in lag of down tilt and cancel the animation of down tilt altogether and jump. So it's not like she waits till the end of the down tilt to cancel it. Immediately when it hits, if you're holding jump, she will completely ignore the rest of the animation of down tilt and jump out of it. So it doesn't matter if you hit it up close, or it doesn't matter if you hit it further away. If you're holding jump, when it hits, you will cancel out of it. The same thing with this move, you could do it up tilt. The same that you could do with up tilt, you could do with down tilt. So you can down tilt, wave dash down, and get some nice combos that way. Like you could kind of do like down tilt, wave dash down into up tilt, or you could do like down tilt, wave dash down into like dash forward air to catch people that DI the down tilt outwards. It's, once again, it's not a beginner thing, because if you're not used to wave dashing, it'll be pretty hard to do. But if you are, and if you're planning on maining Tina, I definitely recommend learning how to do this. Like getting used to like wave dashing out of like these cancels. A lot of characters can do it, but Tina benefits the most when she does it. Just being able to wave dash out of those moves and set up those like situations, like down tilt, wave dash into up tilt. Very good for her to have, as you can see right there. Just very good combos, very good to learn. That's why I say the guide was pretty hard, because I was trying to think whether I wanted to throw in the wave dash cancels. And if you want to main Tina, you're definitely going to have to learn how to do those cancels, because they give you so much extra damage and extend your combos for so much further and give you so many better situations. And if you're wondering how to wave dash, if you jump and shield, if you press jump and shield at the same time, your character will automatically wave dash in like the direction that you're pressing. So if you jump and shield, as you can see right there. So that's basically it for wave dashing, and I'll do it for Tina's down tilt. Like I say, it's something you really want to like get used to doing, because it just helps Tina's confirms go by so much. Like it helps them flow so much easier, and it helps those situations that you're going to be in flow so much better. Definitely recommend learning how to wave dash. Definitely recommend learning how to wave dash, and learning how to wave dash out of those cancels, because it just gives you extra damage. So that'll do it for down tilt. We've talked about jab, and we've talked about up tilt. Let's talk about Tina's strong. So Tina's forward strong is basically a quick kick. As you can see, does 14 damage. Very good, very fast. If you're like reading a roll, you can like dash back and forward strong. It has some pretty good range, because as you can see, like she extends her leg out to go for the hit like that. It's not safe on shield, so it is one of her most punishable moves, considering she has a lot of fast moves that are really hard to punish. It is also a very good kill move of hers. So if you have like the forward strong like read, like you like I'm gonna dash back and forward strong at higher percentages, you can net those combos. A lot of your combos won't really come from forward strong. This is basically if you're just being cheeky and you're trying to catch your opponents off guard. A lot of your kills will come from like back air into up B or neutral B confirms, which we'll get into when we talk about neutral B. But I think, oh wait, cannot forget dash attack. So dash attack is a very good burst option for Tina to have. As you can see, she just kind of lunges forward. It's basically kind of like Zero Suit. The thing about this dash attack is at higher percentages, it actually becomes a kill move. So let me set the percentages up high. So like around 150, dash attack will kill. It may even kill earlier than 150, but it's a very good burst option for Tina to have in neutral once those percents like get up way too high, because it's just a very quick move, quick bursting dash attack to net that kill. So that'll do it for her grounded A moves. We've talked about jab, we talked about up tilt, down tilt, dash attack, and her forward strong. So let's go into her specials. So Tina's specials are actually very, very good. They're actually very zerosuitsamus like also, if you're noticing and you can kind of see. So let's just hop straight into it. So Tina's neutral special, she just kind of dashes forward. And like, well, that isn't very zerosuitsamus like, but it actually is. This dash has like a stun effect, as you can see right there. And you can kind of chain multiple of them together at like lower percentages. And you can also hard combo from this move. Like this move just kind of leads into like a lot of Tina's aerials and a lot of her setup moves. As you can see, like neutral B into down air, neutral B into back air, neutral B into up B. You also have like one of her like easy and safe kill confirms to go for is like neutral B into double jump up air. As you can see right there, this neutral B is very, very good. Also, the fact that she lunges forward and pulls herself back makes this move really, really hard to punish. It has fairly little in lag. Like, it looks very laggy, but it's really hard to punish this move if you like max space it and throw it that max distance. And like I said, like lower percentages, it combos into just about anything she has. As you can see, you can do like neutral B into up tilt. You could do like neutral B into down air. You could do neutral B into back air. Neutral B into neutral air. Like this move just combos into so many things at so many percentages. It's a very, very good kill confirm move for her to have. Oh, the percentages were too high for down there. But it's a very, very, very good kill move for her to have. You just kind of like throw it out and your opponents have to like watch out for it, because if they get hit by it, they could definitely die or you could pull a KO from it. This move, along with like her auto cancels and her buttons, make Tina absolutely ridiculous, because being able to get a KO with this move, with it already being so hard to punish, makes her very, very good. Also, you always want to aim to do this move from max distance, as you can see, because if she hits, she'll dash to them to basically set you up for the combo. You always want to do it from max distance, because it's a lot easier to punish it if you're up close. If you're up close and your opponent shields it, they'll have an easier time to punish it than they would if you were max distance. So you always want to aim for max distance with this move. One thing I like to do to like auto space this move is I'll full hop neutral air and fade back, and that'll put me in like the basic distance for neutral B. So like a lot of times in like a lot of matches, you'll see me go full hop neutral air, forward air into neutral B, because this range right here, the range from the full hop neutral air, puts you in neutral B distance right there. And like I say, if your opponent isn't ready to punish neutral B, it'll be really hard for them to punish neutral B. So like I say, if you're having a hard time auto spacing it and your opponent's afraid, which a lot of people do sit and shield when they deal with Tina, you just kind of run at your opponents, full hop neutral air, fade back, and then now put you at the perfect distance for the max distance neutral B. And then you can just combo from there. So we talked about neutral B. Oh, can't forget about the aerial part. So when you hit it on the ground, it stuns opponents and knocks them up. If you hit the aerial version, it throws them behind you. Tina just kind of like dashes through them and it throws them behind her. At lower percentages and on stage, this is pretty good, because your opponents have to be ready to tech this move. And if they're not ready to tech it, it basically sets up for some really bad situations or some really good tech chase situations for Tina because of the angle that it sends it. So the aerial one throws them behind you, and the grounded one knocks them upwards to combo with. And that'll basically do it for neutral B. So let's talk about Tina's side B. So Tina's side B is basically 3 hits. It's like a 3-hit combo, as you can see. And when she does it, she pulls back. And when it hits, it knocks opponents upwards. That'll basically do it for her neutral B. You don't really see a lot of Tinas use this move a lot. She used a long time ago, before like the big update, she used to have a sticker that like made it combo. But that'll really just about do it for neutral B. You don't really see Tinas use this move a lot on stage. It's very good for getting around moves, because if you feel like an opponent is going to fall with the move, you can side B or side special, and you see she dashes back and then starts to kick. So it's kind of like a counter move. And then basically a lot of people just use this to help her get closer to the stage, as you can see right there, to help her recover. So a lot of times the main time you'll see this move is when she's deep off stage and she's trying to recover, like out here, because it has fairly little in lag in the sky. Like as you can see right there. Basically used as a recovery tool. You won't really use it on stage as much to like build damage or do anything or extend combos, because it's really hard to combo with this move. So that's side B. Let's talk about Tina's up B, or her up special. So her up special is basically a zerosuitsamus boost kick. It's only 2 hits, and if you hit with it, the first hit will carry them into the second hit, as you can see right there. Basically, that's all it really is. This move is really good. It's a very, very good kill move. You can do it out of shield, so you can like parry into up special very, very quick. This move is ridiculously fast. Also, this move does not lose any launch power, whether it's on the ground or in the sky. So like on the ground, it has pretty good launch power, and in the sky, it has the same amount of launch power. It doesn't change, as you can see right there. Just very, very good. It used to kill a lot earlier, but they nerfed it. So you'll kind of like want to be, you kind of want to catch this move on the edge of the stage if you're trying to get kills with it. A very good move. Also, very good recovery move. Actually just kind of like throws herself straight up. One thing you can do, and one thing a lot of Tinas also do, is you can up special and hold down. And as you can see, she kicks, covers the ledge, and then you can land and still grab the ledge while covering the edge. Kind of like that. Because that second kick does have a really big hitbox. So it's just like something you could do if opponents are like trying to edge guard you or whatever, and you can use it to mix up your recovery. Just kind of like up special, hold down, let the kick go through, and then release it so you can grab the ledge. So that'll really do it for her up special. Let's talk about her down special. So Tina's down special is basically like a zerosuitsamus flip jump kick. As you can see, when it hits, it spikes, as you can see right there. And when the spike hits, you can also combo from it because it knocks opponents upwards. You can also change the direction, so you can flip jump forward like this, or you can flip jump backwards like that. The backwards hit also has a spike. I know you saw it like knock a specific direction, like kind of kick behind her, but if you hit the sweet spot, it still also spikes like the forward kick version of itself. A lot of people go for the forward kick. I've never gotten a sweet spot on the forward kick before. That is the first. But as you can see, it has a sweet spot that kind of knocks the direction that, a sour spot that knocks the direction that Tina's going. So if you're going forward, the sweet spot will knock forward. And if you turn it around backwards, the sweet spot will knock backwards. Excuse me. Another thing about this move, like I said, it spikes, and that spike hits hard. Like I got sweet spot. That spike hits really hard. Like, it's not a spike to laugh at. It spikes extremely hard, as you can see right there. From like almost like full jump height, it like spiked Sophia down and killed her, even though she was at 100. The spike hits ridiculously hard. Another thing about this is Tina can use this move to jump off the stage. So you could down B into the stage, and it'll basically give her another jump. Because Tina only has one jump. She jumps and then double jumps. But if you down B, that's like a jump, then you get a double jump. And you can also up special. So a lot of people with Tina, they'll do like side B, down B, double jump, and still grab the ledge. Or they'll side B. Oh, wait, I didn't land on the stage. And then go up top. So as you can see right there, it's very good for like mixing up her recovery. Like her being able to do this, she can come back from really far because her up B goes up really far, as you can see right there. So that combined with the fact that she could jump off the wall with her down B, she could come back from really, really low. As long as she's like close enough to down B off the stage, she could just about make it back. As you can see there, like it's really, really crazy. Like Sophia's recovery is good, but Tina having like this down special makes her recovery almost as good as Sophia's, because she can mix it up in so many ways. Like she doesn't have to up B, she can like double jump and air dodge. She can even like down B and just double jump to grab the ledge. She can even like down B and up special immediately. Like it's very, very good for like mixing up her recovery, and it allows her to like edge guard very, very deep. So she could do things like jump, double jump, pressure you off stage, and as long as she could down B and make it back to the like down B and hit the stage, she's fairly good. I side B instead of down B. She's fairly good, and she's going to recover. Like, she can like throw out a lot of buttons, double jump, and still make it back. Like, see, as you can see right there, like, that's really crazy for a character like Tina to have, as long as you can make it to the stage and get that downbeat off the stage. Also, another thing is, even if a stage, the way Flash Party stages are set up, they're set up as like straight down stages. So even if a stage doesn't have a wall down there, she can still downbeat and jump off an invisible wall to like make it back. Very crazy, very ridiculous for her to have. So we talked about neutral special, up special, side special, and her down special. That was not down special, that was side special. As you can see right there. So I think that'll do it for all of her specials. Let's go into her aerials. Now, Tina's aerials are absolutely ridiculous. They're fast, they're quick, they have fairly good hitboxes, they're pretty huge considering she's a character that like doesn't have a sword. These aerials are longer than a lot of the swords that sword characters in the game have. So let's just hop right into it. Tina's neutral air is basically a full body flip. She basically flips, doesn't cover full 360, maybe like 720, and it's very good. Has a front hitbox, an upwards hitbox, and it also has a back hitbox. Now the thing is the forward and upward hitbox have more launch than the back hitbox. But landing the back hitbox gives you some pretty cheeky combos and some pretty cheeky like setups and things like that. Tina's neutral air is very good for like covering jumps, setting people up for like bad situations, because you can kind of hit like, so at higher percentages, you hit the back hitbox into tech situations, into follow-ups, as you can see right there, because people have to be ready to be hit by this move in order to tech it. And hitting opponents with the back hitbox when like they're not ready just sets up for some very good situations. You can also do this out of shield, and as you can see right there, out of shield it just covers a lot, and you can float in. Well, Sophia's at like 138. Let me reset the bot. But out of shield you can also like flow into it, or you can retreat, because you can do things like out of shield neutral air into double jump like that, or you can do like out of shield neutral air and follow them, or you can do like out of shield neutral into double jump falling neutral air. Like out of shield neutral air is very good for Tina, because she can double jump out of the neutral air. So even if you do it and they block, or you do it and they like run away, you're basically still in advantage with Tina, because her aerials come out so fast. So usually when people see Tina in the sky, they block. So like once you do this in your aerial, your opponents are like looking to block, so you don't even have to fall on them with a button. You can do like neutral air, double jump back in neutral B, or you can just kind of like do like neutral air, double jump forward air, or things like that. Tina's neutral air, very good for covering that space and covering like those options that a lot of opponents do. Like a lot of them like will try and jump around Tina or outspace Tina, and you can literally just meet them with neutral air. Just kind of like throw this out. You can also like hit grabs and just kind of like throw them out. The thing about neutral air is it doesn't have enough hit stun for it to like link into itself and be like true combos. So like neutral air to neutral air, that's not true. Your opponent can mash a button if they have a fast enough button, or neutral air to forward air is also not true. Neutral air does not have a lot of hit stun. That's why the best setups for are like on stage when it puts opponents into tech situations, so you can get those follow-ups. Other than that, it's just good for covering people, basically like stopping them from jumping, intercepting their aerials. And like I say, opponents that don't have fast enough aerial, you can just kind of bully them with neutral air. Just kind of like jump at them with neutral air or put them in the sky. They can't, since they don't have a button fast enough to beat neutral air, you can do things like neutral air, up air one. You can do like neutral air into forward air, things like that, if your opponents don't have fast enough aerials to like deal with your moves. Neutral air is very good. So that'll do it for neutral air. Let's talk about forward air. Tina's forward air is a double kick. This move has crazy range. As you can see, it reaches out very far in front of her. You can double jump, throw out two, as you can see right here. And the thing that's good about this is you can double jump and throw out two, and right before you land, if you don't hit anything, you can throw out the first hit of forward air. So since forward air is two kicks, you can land with forward air 1, but doing this and landing with forward air 1 is really good. The reason why is because forward air 1 knocks opponents up, as you can see right there. And it has some pretty good hit stuns, so you can do things like that. And as you can see, combo counter says 3, so it's a true combo. So forward air 1 has a lot of hit stun. At lower percentages, you can do things like forward air 1 into grab, because forward air 1 has a lot of hit stun because it has to lead into forward air 2, right? So even at lower percentages, you can do things like forward air 1 into neutral B. You can do things like forward air 1 into dash attack. Like, being able to like land forward air 1 is really, really good. Like, a lot of times you'll see me like land forward air 1 into up B, because you can space it out. Like, you don't have to beat on opponents. You can like do like mat space forward air 1 into up B. So like, get that confirmed. A very, very good confirm for her to have. Also a very good move for her to like air to air opponents. Like, basically jump at opponents and like challenge them in the sky. Forward air is very, very good. And 9 times out of 10, if you hit the first hit of forward air in the sky, you're going to hit the second hit of forward air, because it links together so well. As you can see right there, like, forward air just works when it hits. So you don't have to like worry about like opponents falling out of it barely. If you like lean into it, it will work. And like I said, having forward air 1, it's really hard. It's a lot harder to punish because it's so low to the ground. That was back air, not forward air. It's so low to the ground, and landing forward air 1 do give you confirms like forward air 1 into up B, or even, let me see if I can get it, forward air 1 into neutral B. I was not close enough. Forward air 1 into neutral. That was side special. Forward air 1 into neutral B to get those confirms and follow-ups like that. Very, very good for her to have. Like, forward air 1 is a very good move, and you'll see me go for it a lot to get those kill confirms, because opponents just have to watch out for it. Also, if you're looking for a way to like free space this and get forward air 1, kind of how I told you to do full hop neutral air into neutral B, to like kind of space that neutral special, you can do full hop neutral air into forward air 1. Basically pressing jump forward, oh my gosh, get my words mixed up. Jump, neutral air, and immediately after you neutral air, just mash out forward air. And that will always give you the forward air 1 setup for those setups and like confirms. Very good thing for her to have. Just kind of like forces you to watch out for the forward air 1, because she jumps, forward air 1s, neutral Bs, and just kind of like combos from there, or at those higher percentages as I shown, you could just kind of like neutral air forward air 1 into dash up special. So forward air 1, very good for Tina to have. Like I said, neutral air is very good, forward air is very good. So let's talk about Tina's back air. Tina's back air is actually ridiculous. It covers a lot of range, it's pretty fast, and it's one of her, like, probably one of her best kill moves, like free move to like throw out. As you can see right here, you just kind of like full hop and then double jump into like 3 back airs. Like, a very, very good move, really hard move to punish because it has so much range. This move has a sweet spot and it has a sour spot. The sweet spot for this move is the initial startup of this move. So like when it comes out, the sour spot is the lingering hit. So that's the sour spot, and this is the sweet spot. As you can see right there, the initial hit of when the back air comes out, that is the sweet spot. So that's what you want to be aiming at. Landing on opponents with this move will make this move like harder to kill with, because you'll still get the percent damage, you just won't get the knockback. So you really want to hit with the initial hit of this move. And like I say, you can combo into back air from neutral B like that. So like kind of like a reversal. If your opponent's like sitting on the edge of the stage, like edge guarding you, you could neutral stand, neutral B, and like basically do a reversal with back air. Back air is a really, really good move at the edge of the stage. It starts killing like around 100. Like I told you, with her down special, you could jump off stage and throw out multiple back airs to like edge guard, because you can always like down special to like make it back. Back air is very, very good when you're trying to get kills. Your opponents really have to watch out for this move, because at higher percentages, it'll just kind of like delete opponents. She can even do like some crazy things like down special. Oops. down tilt into turnaround back air. As you can see, so like if you down tilt, hold backwards, and then do the jump cancel, she'll jump out of down tilt backwards, basically like aiming for a back air, like that. So it's very, very good. Like I say, you just kind of throw it out, space it on your opponent's shield. If your opponents want to punish it, they have to parry it. You can mix up your timing on it. You don't have to throw it out at the same timing. It lingers, and very, very good kill move for her to have. It's very, like I say, zerosuitsamus like. I mean, I know I've been saying a lot, but she's very zerosuitsamus like, and zerosuitsamus is a good character. So I think that, oh, cannot forget about up air. So Tina's up air is a double kick upwards. I know a lot of people kind of struggle with this up air because it's awkward, because it's kind of like a double kick straight upwards. The thing about this up air is it's 2 hits, as you can see, has some pretty good launch. Why am I, you know what? As you can see right there, double hit, has some pretty good launch. Also, one of her best kill moves at like around the 100% range, because you can like neutral B into it, into up air, and as you can see, like at 75, it knocks pretty high. At 90, it knocks pretty high. Like at 100, it'll kill. And you can get that from neutral B. Also, landing with up air is really good, right? Like that. As you can see, you landed with up. I landed with up air. Got another up air from it. So that's landing with second hit of up air. Well, what about landing with the first hit of up air? Landing with the first hit of up air combos into things like up tilt, as you can see right there. So you can like kind of land first hit of up air, up tilt, and then combo that way. Landing with the first hit of up air is really, really good, especially like when you hit opponents with like neutral air. Well, let me reset the bot because these are like lower percentage combos. Tina has some very, very good lower percentage combos. But you could do things like grab, forward throw, neutral air, up air, into up tilt. You could do things like grab, forward throw, forward air, forward up air, forward like up air 1 into up tilt. Just very, very good for her to have at those lower percentages. Also very good mix up on shield, because landing up air 1 on an opponent's shield is very, very safe. Up air 1, like leading into like up tilt, is just very, very good, because it kind of gives you like that guaranteed damage, as you can see, like just landing up air 1 into up tilt, and then at higher percentages, landing up air can give you a kill out of neutral B, but I think percentages are too high, so in that percentage you'd have to go for up B. But landing an up air is a very, very good kill move and a very good combo ender for her. Also, landing up air 1 is a very good combo starter for her. And you could just kind of throw this move out, like you could do like full hop forward air, land with up air 1. As you can see, you could do full hop neutral air, land with up air 1. You could do full hop back air, land with up air 1. Like just being able to cover your landing with up air 1 and being able to get combos out of it is really, really crazy for a character like Tina to have. And then just being able to like hit a neutral B. Oops, Sophia was too close to the ledge. But being able to like hit a neutral B and double jump back and get a kill confirmed from up air just makes it so much better. I mean, even at lower percentages, you can do things like down tilt. I dash forward, but down tilt into up air, and just keep the juggles going with up air. The hitbox on up air is very, very generous, so you don't have to be too specific with it. But being able to get kills from up air and having so many like other moves that like lead to up air and combo into up air, like down tilt and neutral B, so you can get those kills, are very, very good for Tina to have. So we've talked about her aerials. Let's talk about her grab. So Tina's grab is actually very good for her as an assaulter. So let's just hop straight into it. Tina's back throw is basically a back throw to get people off her. It does 10%. As you can see, 10% back throw. Doesn't really set up for combos or moves. Now, Tina's forward throw at lower percentages, it is a combo throw at lower percentages. Technically, with Tina, you will always like, if back throwing won't lead your opponent to be off stage, you'll always want to forward throw, because even at the higher percentages when it doesn't combo, it still leads to some pretty good situations, because you can always forward throw opponents, go for the follow-up, and if you don't get the follow-up, you can chase and be aggressive, because Tina's moves always leave her in advantage. Like, you don't lose anything for going for forward throw forward air. and it not comboing. Like your opponent isn't going to reversal you because it puts them in such a bad situation. So like at lower percentages, you could do like forward throw neutral air. You could do forward throw forward air into like forward air chains. Like just her forward throw being a combo throw at lower percentages is just very, very good. So that'll do it for just about her throws. And like I say, you'll always go for forward throw because like even at 80, if you don't get the initial forward air, you can still chase them or put them in a bad situation by like landing before them and being able to block and then punish whatever move they want to come at you with after you throw them in forward throw. Forward throw is very, very good for Tina to have. So we talked about her throws. Let's talk about, let's see, neutral. I'm sorry, spaced out a little bit there. Let's talk about Tina's neutral. So Tina's neutral, you basically do not want to stop moving. Tina is a very fast character, very fast button, very good combos. Once you get on top of your opponent, you want to stay on top of your opponent. So if your opponent is shielding, you land on them with neutral air, you want to land on them with neutral air and mash out another button, or you want to land on them with up air 1 into up tilt, and you want to go for those combos, and you want to whiff punish with neutral B, which leads to some combos and setups, and you also want to whiff punish with down tilt. The thing about down tilt, it stretches so far, so it sets up for a lot of situations. Like Tina could be like neutral air dash forward down tilt into another neutral air. Like it allows her to stay on top of her opponents because it lunges her forward so far, and her being able to combo out of it, it just really, really helps, and is very good for punishing like those landings like with down tilt. Very, very, very good for her to have, and then also punishing those like landings and punishing like those misspaced grabs with like neutral B to get those kill confirms. You never want to let your opponent's like percentages get too high because she has kill confirms at 80. Like you want to build your opponents up to 80 by like pressuring them with buttons and basically like moves, setups, combos, putting them in bad situations, extending your combos for as far as you can and as long as you can, and basically like make it really annoying for your opponents to play the game. And when they're at like those percentages like 96 or at 80, you can just kind of like hit them with things like neutral B into up air to like basically seal off that kill. And relying on neutral B to get a kill isn't that bad because neutral B, like I said, is fairly safe. You really just want to be on top of your opponents with the buttons, with the safe moves, make them second guess and make them overextend to punish you for like basically pressuring them with those safe moves. And that'll basically about do it with the neutral for Tina. Like, it's not anything too crazy. It's basically overextending, making your opponent annoyed and making them mad. So let's talk about Tina's combos. Tina has a lot of combos. Like, Tina's combos are crazy. She has so much that if you tried to remember all of them, you would probably overthink yourself. You really want to keep it simple when you play with Tina and basically go for your combos out of up tilt. As you can see right there, do things like landing forward air 1 into like up B, or landing forward air 1 into like neutral B, or do things like landing up air 1 into up tilt, or landing up air 1 into like wave dash down, landing up air 1 into like grab, or like landing up air 1 into like down tilt. Like basically things like that. You really want to like pressure your opponent's shield, set them up for situations like that, and basically like be very, very aggressive. Like I said, a lot of her combos come from down tilt, a lot of them will also come from neutral B, and a lot of them will come from forward air 1, and a lot of them will come from like landing up air 1 into like up tilt. So that's where a lot of her combos will come from. Her easiest and safest kill confirms come from neutral B, from like neutral B to up air, as I've shown a lot, or they'll come from like forward air 1 into neutral B. So that'll basically do it for Tina. Like I say, Tina's a really, really good character. It was really hard for me to make this guide because Tina honestly has a lot. Tina has a lot of tools that make her amazing, a lot of tools that make her good, a lot of tools that make her annoying to fight against, and a lot of tools that make her good to play, But if you overthink it and start to like overextend those tools, that's when you punish. Tina only loses the match when she can't find those easy kills and you're kind of resorting to like throwing out back air. Like I showed, dash attack is a kill move, but you never want to let your opponent get up high enough to those percentages to where you have to rely on dash attack. You want to be killing them like around the 85 to like 100 mark, because like I say, neutral B leads to kills and forward air 1 leads to kills. Like that's really what you want to be aiming to do with Tina. So like I always say, if the guy helps, you have any questions or you want to like ask anything, like message me and hit me up. Always down to talk about Flash Party. Like I say, Tina's a very, very crazy, ridiculous character. Like once you hit opponents, like the gears start turning and kind of like becomes imagination. That's kind of like what I feel like she is, like kind of like an imagination kind of character. But that's what makes her good. The fact that she allows the imagination to like flow. That's why a lot of people like her. That's why a lot of people play with her. That's why a lot of people want to use her. So if you have any questions or anything, leave a comment down below. And if the guide helps, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.